So growing up, and not really just growing up, like even now, my mama is a really, really good cook, an exceptional cook. Now I'm gonna tell you this up front, so we ain't gotta talk about it no more, okay? It stopped with her. My grandmother was a good cook, my mama is a good cook, and then it stopped. Yeah, I didn't pick those skills up. But nonetheless, I wanted to share something with you really quickly. And it's about a time when I was growing up. So we in the community where we lived, there was a lady, Miss Casey, who lived on a hill, and she had three daughters. And I used to hang out with them, right? And my mama cooked this dish called goulash. Some of you may be familiar with it, right? And I like goulash. And we used to have goulash a lot. Now remember, my mama's a really, really good cook. But Miss KC on the hill, she fixed hamburger helper. Now, goulash is, you fry up the meat and like ground beef or ground turkey, and you got the vegetables, the corn, the green beans, and there's some pasta in there and some tomato sauce, and it's good, bell peppers and onions, like corn. Did I say corn? Corn. It's really, really good. Like now it's like whenever I go to visit my mama, I was like, hey, can you fix some goulash? But growing up, we had it because it was quick and it was something that could stretch. Like have it, fix a whole bunch of it, and it's gonna last over a couple of days, right? Because mama worked two jobs, and so it was me and my brother at home. Literally, you come in from school, or he was coming in from practice, and we eat leftovers. Like that's what we did, and it was okay. And it was always so much better the second and third day. But anyway, so mama used to fix us goulash. Miss KC, who lived on the hill with her three daughters, she fixed hamburger helper. Now, if you are not familiar with hamburger helper, it comes in a box. It's one of those meals in a box. No shade to hamburger helper, because I liked Miss KC hamburger helper. Now, here's a box meal, like literally you pull it out of the box and you put the stuff in there in the water and the powdered powdered cheese and stuff, and your noodles, and you got a meal in a box. Whereas at our house, my mama, she cutting up onions and bell peppers, and we got corn and we got green beans in there, and frying up some fresh meal, home cooked meal at home. That's what I had in the house. That was mine, because that come out of my house, right? But up here, out in the world at Miss KC house, there was the hamburger helper, a box, a meal in a box. Her three daughters used to come down to our house to eat my mama's goulash, and I used to go up to their house to eat the hamburger helper. They coming down to get the fresh home cooked meal out of my house, and I'm going up there to get a box meal. And it may sound crazy, but I was thinking, all of that time, I had the good, the richness, the nourishment, the love and preparation, the time that it poured into preparing the meal. I had all of that, and had lasted for days. I had all of that right there in house. And I went out and I got something. I wanted a meal in a box. I went into the world seeking that which was fake. It's kind of like a fake meal. Like, compare again, no shade to Hamburger Helper, but let's look at it. It's kind of a fake meal, so to speak, as opposed to a home cooked meal. Interesting, huh? Yeah. You see, it was within me all along what I had. I had the good. I had that which would last me for days. I had that which would, warm up my insides and make me feel good and make me feel loved. The time that and the care that was poured into me, I was being well taken care of. I already had it in the house. I had everything that I needed in the house, but yet I went out into the world seeking something that only lasted for just a moment, because it wasn't it wasn't any extending the Hamburger Helper. What was in the box was in the box. When it was gone, it was gone. It didn't last long. So that got me to thinking about a word. I believe it is Psalms 4:2. How long will we believe the delusion, the falsehood? You see, what we need as children of the Most High, we already have everything that we need right here in house. We don't have to go out into the world to seek validation, to seek love, to seek attention, to be fulfilled. Because everything that we need is already in house. It's already within us because of the gift of His Holy Spirit that lives within us, who has accepted the finished work of Jesus Christ on the cross. That's already within us. He gave it to us. It's already in house. Y'all, I was laying in the bed last night, and I don't know what made me think about, yes, I do. I take that back. So I went on to Facebook, and there was a direct message from Miss KC, right, on my Facebook page. And I got to thinking about it, and I even responded to her message to me that I was fond of her because she used to fix me Hamburger Helper. And that got me to thinking about the Hamburger Helper versus the goulash, right? How many of us already have everything that we need within us? How many of us are still chasing after something from the outside when everything that we need is already on the inside? How many of us are doing that? I was. And though this is a story from my childhood, even within my adulthood, that was still very much a practice. So I had to do some work. It took a lot of work to discover His word, to discover who He truly is, and to discover who I truly am because He is who He is. So I no longer have to seek validation from the outside because everything that I need is on the inside. Now, I will share this part. That does not mean that I'm walking every single day all happy and like, it's good. I'm fulfilled. I have everything that I need. Yes, that is true. But because I know that now, and I'm standing firm in that, I'm attacked on a daily basis. Those negative thoughts and feelings, and I have to fight against that. I have to reject that. But now that I'm aware of that, I'm aware of who I am, and I'm aware of what's within inside of me. Now I know when those negative thoughts come against me and are telling me to, oh, well, go seek this from the world. Hey, why don't you say this, or why don't you dress like this, or why don't you go try and do this? I'm no longer seeking that when those thoughts are coming. Or when I see that I'm making these efforts, but it seems that my efforts are not being successful. It's happening. I just don't see it happening right here in the moment. And so because I do, it may be very easy. Well, let me go put this up here, or let me go say this. And we do that sometimes, trying to get that attention from the outside. So it's not easy knowing who we are. As a matter of fact, I think it is even more challenging because we do know who we are. And just to hold on to that, because literally it's like you fighting every single day, like just grabbing those negative thoughts every single day, rejecting it, throw that away. Nope, that's not me. When those lies start coming towards you and you're like, nope, that's not me. Because I know who his word says that I am. I got love, nourishment, provisions, protection. I have everything that I need on the inside. On the inside. Just like that home cooked goulash meal was right there on the inside of my house that my mama prepared. Every week we were going to have goulash. Every week we were going to have goulash. Like every day, he's still taking care of me. It's right there in house. Just like my mama's goulash was. So that was in my spirit. I wanted to share that. I have a call to jump onto, but I wanted to, wow. Everything we need is on the inside. Everything that we need is on the inside. We no longer have to seek outside validation. We no longer have to have the world tell us who we are. We already know who we are. So whether we're trying to elevate in our lives or elevate in our careers, just that's the foundation. Knowing, trusting, believing that we are just because he is. That we are worthy, that we are deserving. We no longer have to seek outside validation. So even if you receive a no, it just might be a not yet. But your yes is coming. You know why? Because it's already in the house. It's already, you don't have to go seek it. It's already in the house.